I'm super happy. Not your turn yet, okay?
I say yay! Yay!
Okay, I'm sure everybody knows Audrey, so I'll introduce her later. So I'm very happy to be here today again with Chef Ivan.
Hi guys.
Thank you, Ivan, for renting your space of 1925 at Juche for us to...
Sponsoring leh, not
Yeah.
renting.
Yes, for us to make a mess.
讲错话了，讲错话了。
Okay, so this is Ivan, okay, say hi to him. And of course, Audrey, our Mrs. Singapore Globe 2014.
Yeah, few
And,
years back lah, few years back.
one of the loudest queen in our whole community that is comparable to me. Talk loud and laugh as loud as me, that's her lah. And also one thing we have in common is we are half Korean.
Korean?
You don't know what I mean. Maybe
We
only
have
I
a
don't know.
bit of a Korean relationship here.
I cannot understand the story behind it.
We have the Korean blood. Anyway, okay, so thank you Audrey for coming on live today.
Thank you for having me for sure. Thank you so much.
To compete with me today on this cook-off challenge. Last week, unfortunately or fortunately, Angela won. Okay, so this week we're going to cook something special, and understand from Ivan that is something very special that is flown in from US. We'll talk about it. Talk about that later.
Flown in from US.
Donald Trump.
Donald Trump.
Okay, let's not go there. Let's not go there.
He came here already.
Very important is please like the video and of course share to everybody, because today is not only about cook-off challenge, it's also about sharing how to make a dish at home, and of course better than yesterday, okay? And before we officially start off, I just want to thank everybody for your support for Beauty with a Heart virtual run organized by ERM, okay, which is for Meta Association. Officially we have closed yesterday, and we have so much love from all our queens. So thank you so much for all your support for our charity run Beauty with a Heart. Okay, so now today we will officially start our cook-off challenge. So we will talk about the rules first and what ingredients we have today, okay?
Rules what? Rules?
No
No
rules, no rules,
rules
no rules.
Yes,
lah.
since you are new, I just want to tell you
Don't
lah.
want rules
So
lah.
basically, right, you will just tell us the recipe one time, and then you have to 自由发挥 lah. You cannot
Okay.
remember, it's your problem lah, you know.
Yeah.
Okay, if not, but you can call help lah. You can call your comments or your fan club lah. By the way, today there's a special guest I will introduce to you later lah. For those close to Audrey, you should know who is the special guest lah. Anyway, okay, so yes, today we'll be cooking bak. We call it like
Bak.
steak, right?
Steak, okay, so
Is that meat? Okay, meat. Okay, not supposed to Hokkien, is it?
最棒啦。
Bak. But what kind of bak? You know?
I go there kill pa later. I
Got
cannot wait.
Chiat ba, tu ba. What other ba? Ba is ba lah. Okay. Oh,
It's one of the
okay.
bak that I eat least because it's really hard to cook. And today we are so fortunate to be sponsored by,
Appetiso.
I don't know how to pronounce that again.
Appetiso, alright. So
Appetiso.
Appetiso is of course a local startup. They just recently started up. So the founder Daniel is obviously a big lover of meats, right? So he has actually gone in to really want to curate all the special cuts and really premium grade of meats. So our store, we have actually kind of like converted to them straight away.
Yes.
Because I mean, look at the quality of the meat,
It's amazing.
It's
Look at the
beautiful.
marbling. I don't know if you can see the marbling is
right?
amazing.
So every one of these cuts are all come like that. They are beautiful, easy to use. I think they are also very specialized in sending and doing deliveries to homes as well. So you can actually go to their website, right? appetiso.com.sg.
Yeah, appetiso.com.sg.
Appetiso.
Yeah,
Right.
appetiso.
It's the brand.
Yes,
The brand, right?
that's a brand. So of course they have different types of meats lah. They have pork, chicken,
Yeah.
beef as well. All different grades, all based on your budgets and based on whatever cuts that you are looking for your kind of recipes that you want to do.
Oh, sounds like my kind of place to check out.
And the best part is that they will actually portion it for you.
Oh, okay.
Alright, so they've done all the necessary, so you don't actually have to dirty your kitchen. So right now, I think most of the ladies and all the house husbands, alright, all the housewives and house
Still
husbands.
housewife lah. Hello.
Housewife lah.
We all still cook in the kitchen, okay?
Okay lah, not bad lah. Okay lah. I don't want to be, what do you call that, culturally
You
incorrect.
know, you haven't seen that.
I always emphasize, 我们不可以太 perfect. We let guys do the cooking while we do the
absolutely
rest.
agree with you,
How to
Diana.
be pretty and be a cook at the same time.
Diana, let me tell you, it's actually a curse of the beautiful woman. When the woman is too beautiful, they cannot cook.
Yes, you just have to look good, right? Then we stand next to you and look at you. You're very happy already,
Oh,
right?
okay.
Oh, we are the
Back to the
点缀.
meat.
Okay.
Back to the meat.
Okay, back to this, back to
Okay,
this.
so actually I understand because I seldom eat beef, but I understand that actually beef good quality and the meat is very important, right? Unlike like probably chicken or pork, it's actually the way you cook it. It can be it can be very tasteful if you cook the proper way for pork and chicken. But for beef specifically, you have to choose the correct brand and the tenderness and everything from the meat itself before it can taste good.
Okay, that is not actually true.
Really?
Yeah, that's not actually true.
Salah. Give me
Okay,
some
that's
taste,
not
huh?
honestly that's not entirely true, right? Of course, the cuts are important, the freshness and all that is important.
Yes.
But if you understand logistics these days, most of the meats are at least 1 week into its own. Because it takes that long to come in, right?
Yeah.
So not every beef it comes in air flown, but they're mostly by ships.
Yeah.
Of course, they're stored in a freezer or in a chiller container or whatsoever. Yes, all that. So what you're looking for, you're looking at the breed of the cow. So that's why Angus, Wagyu, Kobe, they're so important because these are thoroughbreds. So the meats are famously known for a certain type of texture, a certain type of smell. Right, gaminess and all that stuff.
Right.
So of course, it makes things a little bit much more complicated when you have things like dry aging, wet aging, etc., etc. So all those things are, I will call it fluff.
Yes.
Okay, so most importantly is when I see, especially sometimes in the Mrs. Singapore pageants, you all have the cooking part, right? So
That's right.
the last time we were talking about this cooking segment in the pageant, yeah, they bring in very wonderful cuts and everything else. It doesn't make a difference if you don't know how to cook it well.
I agree with you. How about marrying someone who can cook that?
Yeah,
Would that be faster? Okay, faster that way, right?
No. Fastest is to come to a restaurant and just order Mary so charming, so complicated.
Yes, you're right.
Right.
Yeah, actually sure. I'll just call Ivan lah. Don't so long minute, never mind lah.
Okay.
Just call Ivan.
So this one is just to do a little bit of shout out, right? This one is of course a USDA Super Prime grade,
Yes.
alright? So
Wow.
I know there is no such thing as an official Super Prime grade, alright? Maybe I'm wrong, but what this is like it's equivalent of almost a A5 Wagyu beef.
Wow.
Alright, so what it means is that basically the marbling and all that other stuff is comparable to A5 Wagyu. So A5 Wagyu we did before in a couple of blind tastings, we realized that most people actually like A5 Wagyu. Of course, you can have the A7 and the God knows what, A9 and all that. But to eat a sizable piece of steak, alright, of 300 grams, alright, and A5 Wagyu is usually the best. Alright, so we want that crunch, we want that tenderness as well. So ribeyes are usually nice because they have a good balance between the fat and fibers and all that stuff. But if you really want something really fatty, you can go for the sirloin or the strip loin. So be it. And you want really something to show off, order a tomahawk. The one with the bone,
Yes.
Yeah. But the one is process of
But are we gonna pay a bit too much for that bone? In a way.
Well, to show off, why not?
Yeah. So this looks really good, and it's a good size. How heavy is this?
This is 300 grams.
So 300 grams. Yeah. So.
Alright, thereabouts. Plus, mostly a little bit more because cannot so soon. Agak-agak
Yes,
cut. So
sure.
320. It varies. So, but it doesn't matter. The weight does not goes into the costings. It will still be one price. At least in the FPPSO's website. So they will actually deliver. So some of the delivery policies and all that, you can go online and figure it out.
Yes.
But,
Okay.
so today we are going to do this.
Alright, so Audrey, he just said, he has nothing to do with the banao, is the skill.
It's the skill.
Yes. And before we really officially start off, I just want to say hi to everybody because everybody is saying hi.
Hi,
Diana is
everybody.
admin also. So
Because when you had Diana and Audrey, right? Actually, we are so caught up with ourselves that we forget now.
and I want to say foul because this Audrey husband has been commenting. My fans club also say hello.
Who is my fan club? My international fan club, everybody. Business
I
Club.
also the hello, Jerry. Hi Irene, and please say I love Diana. I agree one. Last week,
All my mommy friends from school.
This week also found another the husband down there keep commenting. Hey, friends, please comment. I angry one.
You angry ah?
My father is also watching. Hi father.
Oh, okay.
You are
Hi
such a
Angela 大姐，最爱的是你。
Okay, somebody asked what is this in the middle. It's actually one of the equipment we're going to use today. So we're going to tell you about it later, okay?
Okay.
Are we? Unless they are willing to sponsor us the next show.
Yeah, what is this big machine in the middle? They
Okay,
were
this
asking.
machine is a certain brand, we shall not say that because
Yeah.
you never sponsor, so I won't say.
Yeah, but if you sponsor the next round, we will turn the brand around. So you know.
Yeah.
So now Don't face us first lah.
Okay, so anyway, in short, this is a very expensive, very sophisticated blender. So all we are just using for this function today is just the blending.
Yes,
okay,
because it's Chef Ivan,
Yeah,
so we
because,
only use top of the end, right?
No lah, don't like that lah.
Or whichever you want to sponsor, just contact us, contact 1925 or ERM Singapore, okay?
Yes.
If you want us to wear very nice, also can one. If LV wants to sponsor, we can also wear LV, no problem. We are
Basically, we can wear anything you want us to
we
wear.
are beauty queens.
Yeah, so
Cut that rubbish. Okay. Anyway, so we're gonna this side one will never cook, okay?
yeah, that's true.
So
Okay.
Audrey only get to know that we're gonna cook beef today. So
Yeah.
yes, we're gonna see how she.
Wait, how's your cooking level? I need to know where to stand, you see.
Well,
I don't want to
okay.
stand between this.
So basically, I can cook.
You can cook, okay.
But I'm not sure if the cooking is up to a normal human standard. I can cook for myself.
Does
to
your
eat.
hubby eat your cooking a lot?
He will eat, but every time he eats,
No wonder I see his size like mine like that. So I know you're cooking roughly what level lah?
so he cooks. I don't cook, but this is really one of my favorite cuts. I absolutely love beef. So I'm very happy that this is introduced today, and it gives me another avenue to actually go and buy my meats. We are very big in buying meats for holidays every month. So
Yeah, you buy and let Mr. Lo cook lah, don't ruin it, okay?
but I shall prove myself today that I can cook. If I can cook, so can you.
Jialat, I think we just breached somebody's trademark. We will.
Okay.
Okay.
So, okay, please like and share the video and please follow
Okay.
Mr. Lo. I can't say one more time, stop commenting. I also got fans one now, don't hurt my feeling.
Okay, so we
Okay,
are going to
yes.
go into the recipe straight up.
Okay, let's start.
So this recipe is very very simple. We just want to teach you how to cook a proper ribeye. So it's all based on the doneness at which you want. Of course, at every doneness, the standard is always a medium rare. So the
May I ask a question first?
Yes.
What is your judging criteria? 先讲, you see, so that I
先讲
can
哈.
prepare.
Okay, okay.
What is your judging
Okay, so
criteria
how close
first?
it is to the doneness that we want, which is medium rare.
Okay.
Medium rare, very simple lah. So it also depends on how well this the outer surface is cooked. Okay, we will go into the
Okay.
taste, alright, then the
Okay.
coloration, and then coloration.
Okay.
So when you know some people
I heard that I can drink as you speak.
Yes, then you must count down.
Yes.
1925.
so some people they cook the beef it looks like for the lack of better word silang ba lah, look like dead
The
person.
color of the.
Yes, it must be bright red inside.
So it needs to talk to you.
Yes.
Caesar.
It must have the color, right?
Okay.
Right, and then of course finally we have that so-called the mysterious gas that comes in to taste, right?
No. Hey,
it? Go
no.
on, what they say
That one is just special appearance. He
Oh.
cannot judge.
Oh, he cannot
Hey, foul
judge,
ah,
ah.
like that. I
Oh,
get
foul,
all
okay,
my
long.
friends come here next week. I tell you
Okay, so that's basically that, and of course finally we have plating.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
Plating.
I think you guys should be a natural in plating since you guys are such a beauty queens. You have the level aesthetic judging and
I'm not so
everything,
sure after the whole process the plating will happen or not, but let's
Okay, so let's go
try.
to the recipes first.
Okay.
Okay, so we're going to do two components of ribeye steak.
Mhm.
One is the coriander paste.
Okay.
Alright, so this is a recipe that we do in our shop. Alright, that everybody loves. A lot of people orders this, and a lot of people actually ask me for the recipe. So I thought I would use this opportunity to share this recipe as well. You can do this at home. So we just need 200 grams of Thai coriander, which is here. 100 grams of celery, which is here. Alright, 1 liter
They
olive
look
oil.
about the same.
Yeah.
No, this one.
Can you?
Bigger one is big, and one is small.
Jinja?
Wait.
Oh my god.
This is
Chinese celery.
Chinese celery.
So
So
the one, the smaller one is the Thai coriander.
okay, coriander and Chinese celery.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright.
Oh my god.
Wow, already very stressed. Hey, Diana, we really cannot cook ah.
It's you lah, I know.
Shucks, man.
Next, okay.
Okay, next.
So let's go back to the recipe.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, and then we have the olive oil.
Okay.
Then we have ice and ice water.
Some ice.
Okay.
Hi.
So the good part of this is that because we only have one of this sophisticated machine, I will do this part for you.
Ah.
I'll demonstrate this how to do this at home. So what you're going to get from this coriander paste is coriander oil as well as coriander paste, which you'll be using. I think we have left out one. I left out one of the recipes, which is actually Japanese suyu as well.
Oh, okay.
Alright, so for the coriander paste, we are lacking one ingredient, which is Japanese suyu. Don't worry, we'll update this one later. And then finally, of course, the ingredients for the ribeye, you obviously need a ribeye. So usually for a person's one pack serving is about 300 grams. Alright, so if you are going on a diet tomorrow, go 450 grams. Okay? A pinch of sea salt flakes, alright, a pinch of black pepper,
Okay.
and 1 tablespoon of this butter,
Okay.
and then the Japanese suyu.
Pinch of sea salt.
Yeah. So the rest of the stuff that you see on the table, asparagus, cherry tomato on vine, crushed pistachio, crushed pistachio, all these are garnishes.
Okay.
So if you're at home, you don't like any of this stuff, or you're allergic to nuts or something, you can of course change it to potatoes, broccoli, and I don't know what, or spring onion, whatever.
Anything.
Anything, okay? So
Okay.
now the most important part is, of course, we're going to start with the coriander paste. So you all just watch. We'll ask questions later. So
So we walk like that.
no, you drink your beer. Don't look at me like that. I'm also stressed.
So we do the paste first.
Yes, we'll do the paste first, okay?
Okay. Let's do.
Okay, so now we're going to just basically start off with boiling the water. You want to start off?
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay.
Technical
I'm sorry.
error.
I'm sorry. But anyway, I think those who don't cook really don't know what is this. Yes, Irene mentioned this Thermomix.
Yes.
Just now you say it.
Thermomix lah. It's okay. It's basically Thermomix. Alright. So what this does is basically it cooks, it spins, it blends, all in one machine. Alright. And of course it's one timer. If you pay the extra one, you get the inbuilt recipe book as well. But that
okay.
we usually don't use.
But we're definitely not cooking the beef
Not in this.
inside because we will show you our 真材实料 today.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
meanwhile, while we are waiting for the beef, the water to boil,
Okay.
we're gonna do something for the beef. So a lot of people actually buy beef and start to prepare cooking straight after they take out from the chiller.
That's right.
Fail.
Huh?
Okay,
Fail.
fail. There is no way you can capture the right doneness.
Even if it's chill.
Fail.
Oh, okay.
Alright, your flavors will never go in. I know you watch a lot of Jamie Oliver and all the stuff. I know. But it doesn't work.
Okay.
Okay, the sure way win to work.
Okay.
Alright, the sure way win, and this is approved by science.
Okay.
Okay, not I say one, science say one.
Okay. So you have to tell us what is the recommended. So definitely not out of the chiller.
Not out of chiller.
Not out of the fridge.
Okay, you throw this way. So,
Okay.
okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna take out the beef. So you take out the beef from the chiller.
Hey, wait. You're helping her to cook again, right? Like last week for Angela, right? I'm not happy
She's a
like
guest,
that.
ma.
No. You ask her to do herself. You tell
Legit.
her.
Wow, now what? Want to fight already? Huh? Like that?
Okay.
Wow. Okay, not like that, you know.
Okay, the salt.
Okay.
Okay, you put the salt flakes on top. Just
Yeah.
one side will do. Don't need to put so many. Both sides and one. Don't need. Just leave
Okay.
it.
So just one side.
Leave it and
Okay.
leave it at least for 30 minutes.
Okay. Oh, for 30 minutes.
Okay, so what you should be looking out for is salt brings out water from anything.
Yeah.
It dries out everything, right? So
Yeah.
what you see is later you see a puddle of water,
Oh.
which is the plasma, not blood. I know a lot of the older ones, my mom also will tell me, I don't like to eat medium rare because the beef very bloody. That is not blood. Alright, it is not blood. Okay? So these are plasma and all that stuff. It's actually good for you. That's the protein, that's the nutrients.
Right.
Alright, so this will rise up as a puddle of water.
Right.
It takes another 10 minutes for the water to be absorbed. So the water will rise up, it will dissolve with the salt, right?
Yes. So.
And then when you absorb back in, your meat is seasoned.
Oh.
Okay.
Very smart.
This is science say one, so we'll leave it here, just let you all observe.
Okay.
The lonely cooker here.
The lonely cooker,
Why you drink her, right? Hey,
Yeah.
Blanching one last week you had Angela, this week you come her again.
I think I should get out of here.
Yeah. we got some fights happening
Already
already.
no supporters support say I love Diana already.
Why do they so sad?
Love Diana, please, everybody.
Yeah lor, angry one
If somebody say love Diana, they...
Yeah, love Diana. I love
Yeah,
Diana
love.
forever.
It's
but
okay that
I
everybody
love
forget
Audrey
Icon
more.
is okay one. It's okay one. Okay, so while we're waiting for Diana to come back, alright, so
Yes.
we have now two of this meat.
So can I just repeat
Yes.
the procedure because Auntie Audrey
Sure.
cannot. So out of the chiller, how long do I kind of put it outside to 推升 a bit?
Okay, so usually what we do is take out the chiller, we put the salt.
Oh, okay.
So the 40
it's-
minutes by right, you should be on the room temperature already.
Oh, okay.
So if let's say you're not ready to cook, no problem. Then you just put one side, it's fine. Because the salt will prevent. Very funny one, when you put the salt, the moment you put salt, the housefly will come in.
Oh, 腌肉 嘛, maybe
Yes,
that's why.
exactly.
Yeah.
But the longer you put it, it will also pass a point whereby the outer layer will become a leather.
yes.
Okay, so it become like your shoe lah. 我在讲啊。
Yes.
well.
So so which means that we will leave it there for about 30 minutes or so.
Yes.
And at what point are we saying, you are ready, my Mr. B?
From 40 minutes onwards.
Okay.
Alright, 40 minutes onwards.
Okay.
Okay, now the water is boiling. Alright, so we're going to, very simple. We're going to put this whole
So you see what's
bunch,
the plan? We get him to cook for us actually. Yeah.
this whole bunch in.
Good job, chef.
See that? So
Oh,
hard,
good
So
job.
hard, Okay.
Wow. Okay.
So what you should be looking out for again is a lot of people also tend to overcook this. When you boil coriander or you boil any vegetables, please do not overcook it until the color laksik.
Oh, okay.
Okay. What you want is the brightness of this whole thing. So what you're trying to do is two things. Cook the coriander or the celery by a little bit, and two is to sachun, is to kill the
okay.
stuff. But don't kill the plant.
Okay.
That's why it is important for us to get this
Coriander.
coriander.
Okay, so we put in actually a bucket of ice
Yes, ice,
right there. Oh, okay.
Okay, so what this ice does is to kill the cooking.
Right.
Okay, so if you see any,
Can you put like that on top?
yeah, so you can no problem. So if you see any recipe that requires you to put into ice, it means that they want you to stop the cooking right away.
Okay.
Okay, so wash hands, of course. If you eat, I know I eat, so I don't wash hands. Okay, so you want to make sure that all the parts are cool.
Okay, so really you just blanch it very quickly,
Yes.
and then you put it in a big bowl of ice water.
Yeah, so it looks like
Alright.
like a spinach lah.
Yes.
Right?
Okay.
Mini area.
Yes.
But it's still very bright green.
We cannot
You can see.
differentiate the celery and coriander already.
Yeah, doesn't matter. Okay, so for some of people who likes less coriander, you can go for more coriander. Less coriander.
Right.
But you like more of the celery, if you add more celery, you want a little bit less of that flavor, you want to add garlic also can.
Right.
You do exactly the same, just boil.
Okay.
Okay, but make sure that they are at the brightest of the color and you stop the cooking immediately.
Okay.
Okay, so this is what I mean by bright. You see, look at the camera, it's super green.
That's what, it's actually very green.
Very
right
bright.
here as well.
So when you cook your beef, now you imagine, you have your beef, when you cut it open, it's bright red on top of the green. That's how you make the contrast of the plating. So it looks very nice. So just like when you all wear, I don't know, red earrings with green dress, I don't know.
It's Christmas tree.
With green dress! You think what? Santa Claus?
Wear green one lah. I know this, you know why not? Because we army men are reservists. We always wear green.
Okay, so we are actually preparing this because we are doing up the paste.
Yes.
That's why you are actually preparing that for the paste.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so now what we do is that we squeeze dry, just gentle enough to get rid of excess water.
Is this recipe something that we can come to the restaurant and eat?
Okay, this
that, or-
interestingly enough, this recipe usually is seen only in Western cooking. Alright, the Westerners, they use it, if you see certain recipes, they do rosemary flavored oils.
Yeah.
But they get it by infusion, so that means they soak the recipe, the rosemary in the oil, then you have to wait 3 months, 6 months later, then you can use, right? But you don't have to. This one can be speed up. So you can do this for rosemary, thyme, oregano, whatever herbs you want.
Right.
So today it might be coriander, tomorrow it might be rosemary.
Right.
Alright, so what I like about this is that you can actually eat the whole paste itself. Right, as opposed to just eating just drinking the oil, and most of the time you don't get the oils, the flavors as intense, but this one is very intense.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can actually smell it. It's
Yes,
actually
right?
quite strong. I think that should be the coriander. I think that
Right.
you are smelling right now.
But the beautiful thing about this is that for the people who hate coriander, all of them eat this in my restaurant without a complaint. Alright, so this is the beautiful part, because once you do this process, it changes the flavors of the coriander. It's not like the cao cao kind of
Yeah.
that we're talking about. Alright, so now it's drier a little bit. We just have to
Okay.
dump it into our super blender.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
Put this aside. Okay, then we just do a quick blend. Very loud. Okay, so we just want to do a quick blend.
Wow. This is cool.
Yeah.
Can we get them to sponsor next time?
I don't know. You want help? You got no one?
Diana's department. Can you please find this tea brand to
Tea
come
brand,
in? Yeah.
Okay, so we are just going to make a course blend first. Okay, a course blend. Don't need to season anything. Okay. Then
So if we don't have this Thermomix we
Yeah,
don't
no
have this
problem.
blender,
Yeah.
what we can really do is we can use any blender at home,
Yes.
right? If we really don't have a blender.
Okay, so the good thing about this blender is because it rotates at a very fast speed. So
Okay.
it cuts really, really fine.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, seriously, don't know got such things really, really, really.
Really, but in the event if I really don't have a blender at home, you know, for people who really don't have
Mortar,
blender,
pestle. Mortar and pestle. What a mortar pestle. Mortar and pestle. Yeah.
so just what ting.
Yeah, ting.
So how
Like
much
that.
oil are we putting in?
He looks like he's putting the entire bottle inside.
Olive oil, man.
Again, agak.
Agak.
Everything
Okay,
is
from
about
what I can see, he's adding
Almost
almost
half a liter lah.
almost half of the
As
entire.
important is that it's you want is the coloration. So the
Right.
more oils you have, it holds the coriander better. So how vegetables lose their color over time is because it what do you call that, mixes with the air, it oxidizes, so it becomes a little bit like army green and kind of color.
Right.
We want it super bright green, which you'll see later.
Still greener.
Greener, almost like
You
a tree.
miss your army days,
Army taste.
Okay, so then we start the blending.
So we start the blending again.
Okay.
So now we do it at super high speed. Okay, let's do a check.
Yeah. So the oil is in there now with the ooh.
Okay, very beautiful green.
I think we can show everybody.
Must be have a button one right? 一个 button 的，哪里有的？
We should not 跟他弄坏。
I haven't got
Challenge one, how to take out. Challenge one.
No, no need, just lift up.
Oh my god! You say
Ay.
button. Okay, so we need to lift it up.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think you can see the
Yeah, you can see the brightness.
yeah.
Okay, so
Very,
bright.
very green.
Okay. So now there's both the paste and the oil.
Yes, that's
Okay,
right.
we want to separate. So this is the part that's a little bit troublesome.
Right.
Okay, so so you just have to see through.
Do you think we can use the, you know, where we have the muslin cloth and then squeeze like that? Is it possible?
Yes and no.
No?
You'll be very, very messy.
Oh,
We tried that
okay.
before as well.
Right.
Okay, so what you're gonna get is mostly
The oil, right?
The oils and this paste.
Oh.
So this paste is almost like our version of the Chinese Thai version of this pesto sauce.
Yes, that's right.
Right, just like there's no nuts and all that stuff.
Oh.
Okay, so we are gonna add this. So it's a little bit green right now, so we're gonna add the flavoring later.
Okay.
I mean, in terms of the way now, very
Yes.
chair, very chair.
No, but I mean,
Very
I
fresh.
love coriander. You know, I
I
can
love
eat it.
coriander.
Yeah, I have a big fetish for coriander.
It's that bad, huh?
I don't eat vegetable all my life one.
Oh, really?
Not that bad.
Oh. So I think you have to help share that.
Yeah.
叫你做，那么寺庙。So I think we must try. So okay. So I think we should do this.
So we can put the paste inside here.
Okay, is that
Put the
enough?
paste, yeah.
Enough?
Yeah.
Okay.
Then we can pour the rest, and you guys can take turn doing. I say hi to your friends. The Nisha likes it, very hungry, Richard. Oh,
That's my dad.
oh is that your dad?
Wow, now
hello,
we
uncle.
bring
Wow.
family, everybody to
No
comment
choice
already.
lah, no choice
Hey,
lah, no
where
choice
are my
lah.
beauty queen friends? My school mommy friends? Huh? Where are all of you?
Hey, your husband out of control. Go
That's why I
Dubai,
say
you
last
know.
morning
My husband is my greatest supporter. How can I not love you?
He never mentioned anything about you, like he said. Okay, sorry. It's cooking with love, not anger.
Okay, so I think it's not very difficult. I think as a person who don't really cook, I think I feel a few things that I need to comment. I think importantly is actually the coriander as
Yeah.
well, because my one at home is very soft.
Oh yes.
So I don't think I can ever do it like that. So I think it matters something that is harder,
Harder, yes.
right? And then you kind of do
Yeah, you
this.
can press it down a little bit.
Yes, it's easy.
Yeah.
Okay, so we are really getting the oil out.
Yeah.
And then at what point do I stop?
Okay, you can stop until when it's almost like a paste, almost like a how to say. I can only imagine, when you get, the when Chinese sensei they put the oil thing on your ankle, yeah.
So it tastes very,
Very fresh, very fresh.
very fresh. I think. Let's
Okay.
try.
I see vegetable, I'm very scared. No.
Okay, so anyway, for the sake of demonstration, we're going to stop here, we're going to
Okay.
do the rest,
That's good.
Okay, so
Okay.
this oils now you can actually put it into a squeeze bottle. You can use it for your salads, your noodles or
But
anything.
do we need to put any seasoning in?
Or else don't need to put seasoning.
Oh, okay, so
Alright.
only.
So we can leave this aside because we don't need that one.
Okay.
Okay? We leave it here.
Okay.
So right now the seasoning is Japanese soy sauce. Alright, so this soy sauce is actually called suyu.
Okay.
Okay, so not
Is
shoyu.
is there a difference if we use
Yes.
the normal soy sauce and
Normal
like a
soy
local
sauce,
soy sauce?
Of course, same lah. Men also got different local Japanese. Hey, hello. What kind of question you asking? It's the
But
same.
the men
it's
feel the same, always forgetful.
Different flavor. No, different flavor.
Okay, okay, I
Yeah,
see.
yeah,
So I see.
I realize I cannot do this show quite often. 伤到元气
No.
My chakra will die.
So we will treat this like a man.
Yeah.
Yes.
So okay, the
Japanese
shape
of course
also.
different,
Yeah.
A little bit like man,
So
huh?
Japanese soy sauce. Okay, so the flavor is different. I will learn my lesson.
Okay, we just want to season this a little bit, okay?
Okay.
Just mix this.
But if we really don't have the Japanese soy sauce, because
Okay, use-
you know what kind of chef I am? You know, I go home right, then I see all this, then I will get buy. Then after that, I don't really utilize
You
it.
can use it. Wait, I answer a question.
You should
Wow,
have
today they're very angry.
Common sense.
I don't know how to cook.
Wow, if you don't take what is sesame seed oil, what is this again?
That's you lah.
So what oil is this?
Japanese soy sauce.
Okay, soya sauce.
Okay, yes.
Any brand soya sauce can. It's just that preferably you use this Japan because Japanese they usually 是比较 higher grade 嘛。
No lah, wrong.
Okay, in the teh, all is the same. Teh,
Local
teh.
food, you go Newton. Very easy. You want eat Japanese food, you go Japanese restaurant. But it's the same thing. It's the same sushi.
Okay, so let's take it. So Japanese soy sauce would be ideal
Yes.
for
Yeah.
something like
Okay,
that.
so why I use you because
Because
it's
you date a
basically-
Japanese girl, is it?
No,
Okay.
卖海话嘞。
Hey, hello.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
See, sorry, because we auntie have a habit of digressing. Okay, let's get back.
I'm very sure my wife will watching it.
Yeah,
But
lor.
anyway, okay, suyu is basically just Japanese soy sauce with bonito flakes infused in it. So it's a little bit fishy,
okay.
so it's sweeter and it's not so salty. So if
Okay.
you're using any local grade soy sauce, no problem. Add a little bit of water in the soy sauce up to your taste.
Yeah.
Then you add in, okay?
Okay.
So now we want this, so you can taste it
So which
already.
means local guy 没有
Hey, local guy, our soy sauce come like that. This not bottle one way. Where got 小罐的?
Oh.
Japanese the best. 我都不用 add 的。
有他们
It actually it really
fishy.
no,
Okay,
it doesn't smell different.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, wait. It's a very complex smell actually.
Yeah, it's very complex. So Japanese soy sauce, they are usually about 1 year old. Minimally 1 year old.
It actually does smell very good.
Yeah, it does.
Maybe we can get them to sponsor also. No, actually you can smell many things inside. It's,
Because it's made in Japan. Aishiteru.
and there's a fishy smell. Yes, you're right.
Correct.
Okay, so you can taste it
Wait.
since you like the coriander. You
I
have your
use
finger
my
in
finger
the-
now. Huh? Okay, my hands are clean.
Okay,
I find that the coriander is not enough.
not enough.
Mm.
味道淡。
Wei tang. It's like not strong enough, but it's good.
Okay.
It's very fresh.
Mhm.
It's very good. Okay, we need to answer some questions, is it?
Yeah, lor. People like and share ma. No lah, I reply to Mr. Low lor. What to do?
So if you want group buy, you want more information about the beef, I think you have to be patient with us because we need to cook first.
We can arrange up. We can arrange
So now we're
up.
supposed to do lah. So
Okay.
today is just
Okay, so now you can see the beef.
Yes, actually there is a little bit of liquids
Yeah.
forming at the top layer.
So maybe you can show the camera a little bit.
Hey, I think my water a bit more. Su le ni.
I'm more dry. Hey, don't laugh eh. I'm more
Alright,
dry.
Mine is wetter.
so you can see that there's this some of this juices forming up. Alright, so a good 20 minutes have passed at least, I think. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Right, so what you want to see is that this water is totally recedes. Alright,
Yes.
it's being absorbed right in. So this is a much more effective method as compared to your usual I don't know, salt and then you pen sear.
Right.
Alright, so it doesn't
Okay.
really make sense for me lah. Alright, so for my method is that we always try to do the salting first, which is this.
Yes.
Pen sear, then we put the pepper.
Can I ask one more
Yes,
question?
please.
Why did you say only one side and not the other side?
Because the other side when you flip, you can do the salting later. Because most of the
so
time
we
when
don't need to.
don't need to do both sides.
Okay.
So once you actually, it really depends actually. If you are very familiar with your own cooking styles and whatnot, go ahead and do whatever. There is no such thing as cannot or can do.
Yeah, sure.
It's up to your own taste and whatnot.
Right.
But for me, I think this is the most straight up for the home cooks and people who don't know how to cook.
Okay.
Alright, this is the best method.
Okay, great.
Somebody asked what is that a TM5 or TM6? What's that? Oh, the Thermomix is it?
But we are not here to really talk about the machine.
Yeah.
So
Talk about us. You want to ask about us?
yeah,
Ask
so
about us.
I think we are gonna focus really on the meat. If you guys really want to hear more about the machine, Diana need to go and do some soliciting and work first. Then we will be back to talk about the tea machine.
Okay, so I just let you all know, this beef is still not ready. So we
Okay.
can prepare the garnishes first.
Okay, that's fine. Will you be preparing the garnishes
No,
for
no,
us?
no, no, no. You need to
Because-
drop, man. I'm not yet.
Because I don't know, you have been helping us prepare and I'm so thankful, you know.
The audience they're waiting for you all to screw up.
Oh,
I love this
okay.
beer leh.
Yeah. So 1925. Okay, can we talk a little bit about 1925?
Oh, really?
What do you
Okay,
do?
sure.
The beer? I know. I saw the brewery here as well, right?
Yes, so recently we were featured on Straits Times, of course, about the beer, and of course the handsome face, so is my brother's. So
Right.
he's the brewmaster. So my brother just recently quit his job to
do this?
brewing full time.
Wow. Okay.
Right, but of course all this while we always had the brew, just that he was not doing this full time, together with my uncle. So my uncle is kind of like now semi-retired from the whole scene. He's the the guy doing the zhidian on the back, you know. He's now doing the puppet dustering, you know.
Right.
So my brother does all the brewing, and he does of course some of this R&D work and collaborations with other cocktail bars as well to come up with new flavors. So this one that you're drinking is actually called Ba Xian. It was actually brewed for yes, Ba Xian, Ba Xian Guo Hai.
八仙过海
Yes.
So the 三仙 is here. Plus the whole admin team there. 我们有八仙。
Hello，我是神，是女神，不是
其实
仙。
它不是仙，
好好好好。
我通常是被仙的啦，我不懂。
Yes, so late.
我跟你学的，我跟你学的。
Okay, let's get back to business.
Okay, asparagus. You all know how to
I
do
think
this?
these people have very high confidence level.
No.
Okay, right? Okay, so
So I'm supposed to
asparagus.
do is this.
So we need to cook this asparagus,
Okay.
for sure. I don't think people eat this raw. 哎，我知道了。
Actually they do.
Oh, they do?
Yes, they do.
Oh.
Yes.
They
It's
can
actually
eat
very,
it
it's
raw?
actually quite nice raw.
Okay, I cut a bit raw for you.
You can, yeah, but this is the part that we don't eat.
Wait. Fao, let him explain first.
Okay. Asparagus are a few ways of checking where the breaking point is. You can just take naturally. When it breaks, this is the old part.
This is the.
This is too old to eat.
Oh.
This is very young.
老了断了就不重要。Is that the?
So wait, so
like that?
so that means so means that there is a point where it's very soft.
Yes.
So that's that.
So basically we just do that and we just press. There is an automatic breaking point.
真的咩？
Yeah.
So which means this will be the
This will be the
不要的。
But okay, but of course, wait. In the name of making sure we don't have excess food waste,
yes,
alright,
absolutely.
this is about getting the most tender part of the asparagus. But this part can still be eaten. It's just that we don't want to spend the time to skin it.
Okay.
Okay, so in the
Okay.
case whereby you are outdoors or something, you don't have the tool to skin this, you can use this method.
Okay,
Okay,
I'm
but
done.
at home, please do it. I will keep this to use for our own cooking.
Okay.
Okay, sounds good. So this still can be eaten. It's just that.
I say,
Okay.
Karen Lee. You want to say hi to Karen Lee?
Hi, Karen Lee.
Straight as the people.
Anybody who supports us, 你就是我们的亲姑。
Hey, Adeline 사랑해요.
사랑해, 사랑해. Okay, so okay, I'm done.
Okay.
So yes.
And then?
You don't need shopping mall.
Yeah, so what's the
I think you shouldn't teach us too much. This one must 自由发挥。
Okay, so I let you all fight it out.
No, because I don't even, I've never eaten this in my whole life, really.
So let's reuse the water from just now.
Alright. Okay.
Okay, let's keep it at that.
Sure.
Okay, so now you can take out the sage.
I know what water one. Oh, wow,
You
We
want to share?
share lah.
share?
Yeah.
Share one
It's
lah.
okay to share
So just
lah.
now I shared with you all right how to cook vegetables,
Step
right?
1, wait for water to boil.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Step 2,
I'm not listening now.
scissors, paper, stone, whose one put in first?
Yes.
剪刀石头布。
Jialat.
No lah, thanks. Okay,
No, step 1 haven't reached yet, haven't boiled yet. 还没有
Just
熟。
boil, just boil only.
Just boil.
Just boil.
See?
Yes.
It's so easy
Yeah, it's not too bad. I was actually thinking that they might give me a frog or fish. That one I'm a bit more worried, ask me steam fish. Oh. don't
No
know how
lah,
to steam fish.
actually the first episode was just to tekan Angela only.
Yeah, because that was the
see,
whole
I know, she tahan very long already.
Yeah, but I still lose, yeah.
But you see, when you are competing with the boss, there are a lot of politics involved. So, who let her win? Ivan.
Ivan,
I see. So,
Ivan.
there are many politics in there that will allow Angela to win. So,
So
it's
actually
not
this
that you.
show-
Yeah, so if you let
Yeah.
the guest lose, 我就不要再来了。你
It's
要我再来吗？
About
要我再来我就
about sharing also. Yeah,
Okay,
somehow-
Okay, so
Continue.
it's boiling, so I'm gonna just
Yeah.
put it down.
So now you know what this is for?
Together lah, why we want to separate?
Okay, so okay, because your one quite short, my one longer.
No choice,
Okay.
Asian size.
Okay, so I think Chef Ivan, we need to cook for how long?
Until it gets bright green. Every vegetable is like that. We only want to cook it until it turns bright green at its optimal
But
point
I
and we
think
stop.
it's okay. So long it's okay.
Yeah, because we're going to cook it additionally. So this one on its own, like you said, it's going to be tasteless.
Yeah.
Right, so that's why we have the butter and we have the salt later.
Okay.
Well, you
This
look
is
here.
this is really for our garnish
Yes, the garnish.
So
purposes.
it doesn't matter whether it's long or short. Later we will still cut, is
Yeah,
it?
it's the same.
Oh, okay.
garnish. So up to you. You cannot ask Chef Ivan so many questions.
Okay.
Then like that, then he cook for us lah.
Also, I think so.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So
Okay,
will
so
it?
you should recognize this already. So the colors are now about quite bright,
Yeah.
green already. You can see this, yeah.
Okay. So can
Just
I?
leave it at one side, yeah.
Can
哦，这么快啊？
Quite a.
没有，你不要，你放久一点，放久一点，给它暖，给它暖。
I really don't know how to do vegetables.
Or the other one you have to look at is this, the center part. You see? So
Uh-huh.
the center part is usually a little bit white,
Yes.
like this.
Yes.
Right, this is how much you have, it's cooked through already.
Oh.
So it cooks through very fast. So you want the center part to be a little bit crunchy to
Right.
maintain the taste of the asparagus.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so we can
Okay.
put the thing one side.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, now your beef is ready. Okay, your beef is
okay.
ready.
Yeah, it's about So I think it's about 30 minutes already.
More than that already, yeah.
So I think it's okay.
Your pans are behind.
Okay, our hands are behind.
Okay.
Cast iron, very heavy,
Yes.
very heavy core.
So if you want to use a normal cast iron pan, if you have a gas stove at home, feel free to use it. You have an induction pan, the how do you call that? The laws are the same.
You think so? But I see this cast iron pan. It has all the lines
lines,
on it.
yes.
It seems like something that we should use for beef.
Depends. So for example,
No?
it depends on what kind of style of beef you are cooking. Alright, so like there are two types of, generally there are two types of cooking style. One is the Florentine style, one is the New Yorker style.
Okay.
So the New Yorker style will usually have the, what do you call it, a crust on the outer layer, alright? It's a little bit crispy on the outside, a little bit chow tara.
Right.
The Florentine one is where you see a lot of chefs, they do this. They keep
Right.
they keep putting the oil over the beef.
Right.
So there is no, there is not really of a caramelization on the skin, on the skin layer. It's
Right.
really juicy and tender right through. So it depends on what you want to cook.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah,
So
cooking is many styles. There are
Yeah.
many ways to cook it.
okay, so I'm going to get out of the way. I'm going to start it for you.
Okay.
So
Don't
now,
add, don't add beer leh. Hey, but also can I think.
Can.
Even if you want
but
to
it's quite
add.
pointless. It's really quite pointless. Okay, so there's butter. You can choose to use butter or you want to use olive oil. Up to you. Your own choice.
Butter or olive oil? Butter or olive oil?
Olive oil.
I will ask. Please tell me, butter or olive oil?
I only got Mr. Low reply you only.
Butter or olive oil? Hey.
Hello, Mr. Low.
Hey, nobody answer my question. Butter or olive oil? I will add butter.
Yeah lah, we
See? Butter. Okay, whoever you are. Oh, okay.
Not warm yet, right?
Yeah. You see, okay, that's a very good example. Your
Of?
pan is hot enough already, very hot.
Okay,快点，快点，快点。
为什么你要这样快？
因为它的比较小。
哦，
Yeah, be careful, don't splatter your own cakes. And also, watch
That's
that
a
you
lot,
don't
you know.
burn your butter.
It's almost
We
like
are having a cook-off.
so big.
不要管它啦，就 middle 啦。
Hey, I want lower the...
Press minus.
Hey, figure out yourself lah. Too big lah, I tell you already. You are
静。
stingray.
Hey, can someone please ask her to 小声一点? Very noisy, this one.
Wow, barbecue ah.
Your one. No.
My biggest surprise, biggest
reaction.
surprise. Wow, barbecue ah.
Okay, see so I shall...
Yes.
Hey, don't barbecue man. Hello. Okay.
Okay, so now
Need
your...
to come or not? Need to come or
No,
not?
no, 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 come back, come back, come back.
Okay.
Okay, so the most important part is to make sure that your meat is even. So you just want to do a slight press,
Ah, okay.
so it's even. Not,
Hey,
not
you
press
don't,
until
don't
the
long lah. After
the-
that side not happy
No lah, we help her also lah, don't worry.
Okay.
But-
Okay, okay. I do. Because if you do right, I feel that then later if I win, then after
Could be
people
right.
say not
Alright,
fair,
alright.
right? So I will.
吃菜吃菜，哎，你吃菜。这来 barbecue 来
I
的。
think the butter I add too much.
Yeah lah, I told you right. 来 barbecue
哎，我倒一点给你。
am I supposed to turn or turn this side ah?
Same thing, yeah.
See?
We do the same thing.
One is
The slight press.
the classic style one.
So a lot of people
Black
actually
pepper
tend to, not yet. A lot of people tend to overcook their beef or undercook their beef, or they are too impatient. Alright, so they tend to like press, flip, don't need one, don't need.
I am being very patient right now. This one I watched my husband cook. He say you wait. Then when it's cooked, then you turn over.
That's right. Exactly.
我有金丝，你有没有？
Okay, 我有 Ivan.
香味，很冷的。Okay, okay, just leave it.
See your soup is still so. Your butter what? Eh, soup ah soup.
Yeah,
Beef.
soup ah.
Butter soup.
Infused butter infused beef. 你会不会的你？
So big piece. Oh my god.
So the likelihood that you're going for is actually the New Yorker style, although you're using butter.
You are absolutely right. I was thinking along the lines of a New Yorker style beef. That is what I was going for.
I can tell, yes.
You can tell. Oh, I'm so thankful because
Wait. Before the
only 行家 can know.
The camera, can you come to Audrey's pan? Look at the butter is like turn butter turn.
Hang on. New Yorker style.
Then turn to mine. This is the correct demonstration of got style beef.
And you cannot help her adjust the temperature.
Why not?
Oh,
He thinks I'm too hot.
No, I'm actually worried about my shop not burning down. I'm not worried about yours. There you go.
Oh wow, looks good.
Ladies and gentlemen, my steak is almost ready.
Okay, I suggest,
I am done
I
already.
suggest you off the power.
Yes, I don't want already. I want to take out
Okay,
already.
so you know how to test for the doneness?
Don't know.
You're not here already.
Hey, you cannot tell her. You cannot let it. 你再反多点。I think my steak. I want to take it out already. It's too much.
No, can still have.
No, I think it's done.
Okay.
I am very
Okay, you're
confident
very sure?
it's done.
Okay, you're very confident now? Okay.
Confident. 你在煮久一点。
Yes, Adeline. Adeline can
You
cook
see?
very well. Adeline Yap, you know.
Beef.
No, Adeline Yap can cook very well. Yeah, so she said I can cook also. She thinks that mine also okay, you know.
Hello, I only do 节目效果only. You think I really don't know how to cook? Huh?
Look at the soup. Hey, your soup got leftover.
Hang on, this is for the sauce.
Asparagus.
You make sure you pour inside.
But what do you want me to do next?
So you can let this rest. So you're
Okay.
ready. Confirm, huh?
Confirm.
Okay, done.
Because I want it medium rare.
I want to.
This is called blue.
Haven't blue
It's
lah.
called blue lah.
Okay. Wait. A few more minutes.
Hey, wow, cannot like that one eh.
Okay, so how do you know your the doneness
By
of the meat?
touching the meat.
How?
How to so hot?
Touch the
Okay, I'll share with you. Medium rare. You put your finger like that. You touch this part.
Yes.
Medium rare. Okay. Medium.
Yeah.
Medium well.
You touching the same point?
No,
the
fingers change lah.
Hey,
You
fucking
know.
fat people.
So this is
Let. A9 Wagyu. A9 Wagyu.
okay. Let's do this seriously because I think it's a tip.
Yeah,
It's a very
okay.
good tip.
So-
Okay.
Yes.
So, okay, your pointing finger lah. to the
Yeah,
thumb.
middle like that.
Alright.
Okay.
This is medium rare.
This is medium rare. Oh, okay. So it's soft and
Soft
tender.
and tender.
And then
Bouncy,
the middle finger
Medium.
is a bit hard already.
Right.
Then the last one.
Medium well.
Oh, you should try this at home.
Okay,
Very
and then this
soft.
is well done.
So okay, after knowing this, right, then I touch.
哎，你都没有开
I don't need to 害，你不要害我
Okay.，
你不要害我 now, okay?
Okay.
Okay, so I think I have to touch, right?
So there's also the right place to touch. 不可以乱碰哎。
Okay.
对的
In the middle.
Yes. Why?
See?
Why?
Why? Because the side is cooked faster than the middle.
Yes, that's right.
The side is good. Yeah.
That's the thickest part lah. We choose the thickest part lah. Okay?
I'm quite confident.
Quite confident, huh?
So wait, what is this first?
medium.
medium 啊 medium 啊
讲了哈。不然呢？
不怕，不怕，
我要 well done 的
你要well done啊？
不可以。
会被人骂嘞。
medium rare。
不可以啦。
可以
well done。
Medium rare. Okay, we will do it medium rare.
well done 你就输了。
Diana wants to have well done.
no I'm just saying well done 冇
Oh, she wants it well done, like do good, right?
yeah
Oh, well done.
Not the done.
It's okay. I am very happy with my piece of steak right now. So,
now
okay, so
very hot leh
I will help answer your question.
you know what is it seriously hey quite sexy
Diana can cook. Adeline, I also can cook leh.
I really don't know what is happening there
I really can cook.
Okay, so one of the methods that you are doing is that you're constantly flipping. So what you do is that when you flip, every time you flip, the temperature when it's actually built up from that side is lost. Okay, so you're always constantly flipping, so it becomes it takes a longer time to cook.
Oh,
you
poor thing. You flip and flip so many times.
my pot so big not so small
Okay, you can use this oil if you want, you can pour it away, then you can cook you can sear
cannot
your...
pour just now you say you use so much
I don't want to. I just sear like that now.
Yes, yeah, are you sure?
I use the butter can.
I waited so long
Okay, cheers. Friendly competition. 1925. 八仙 biru.
Uh-oh,
Oh, what happened?
the cameraman drunk.
But I must say the 八仙 biru. Can you tell me a little bit more about the beer? So the beer smells very fresh.
Very floral.
It has this distinct smell. Very light.
Off the fire. You will really burn.
Okay. No, I wanted to cook that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the smell has actually come from this blend of teas called Pasian. So
That
the
there really
Pasian
is a tea
blend
called-
called
oh,
Pasian.
okay.
Yes. I suggest you take out already.
yeah lor
Yeah. You gotta let it rest. So one of the most important part about cooking beef is that you have to let it rest. I know we Asian we are always very we are very impatient, right? We want to eat it hot.
no we not impatient
You are impatient, huh?
yeah actually you're right lah
Yeah.
Are you? Oh. So also you use olive oil just now, is that correct? Oh, so there will be a very distinct difference then.
Yes,
Yes.
very.
Oh.
we are different age also different
I know I'm younger, but it's okay. It's okay. It's okay to be
Mrs.
older.
Not 1998
It's okay. It's okay. It's alright.
okay lah
I'm
okay I give
gonna
you a try
this. I'm gonna cook my asparagus in my butter spa. They are currently undergoing a spa session right now,
不差不差
and because this one very big the fire.
Yeah, that's it, huh?
!aiya! We just marry someone can cook lah !walao!
He said longer that process. He
Just
said
order from restaurant lah.
But actually, you know, marrying someone who can cook, and actually there's a bit of yali one. Because every time you go to the kitchen and try to cook a meal, and then the person will like, like that. !aiya! Not like that lah. !aiya! Then I say, !walao! Then you cook yourself lor. I mean, I just trying to make an icing meal for you, right? Okay, later.
So you're telling Mr. Low that lah
I'm not complaining lah because can cook, still complain.
yeah lor I grab one every day look actually in my life got someone cook beef for me once
Oh, just look at this Look at this
burn minus
beautiful asparagus. It's
burnt.
slightly seared and it has the flavor. I can smell it already. 敲到你的头啦. This is
This is actually
perfection.
quite nicely chopped. But if you didn't move your asparagus too much,
Yes.
the lines will be nicer.
Oh, I see.
not 臭大.
No, you are.
Serious?
This is Michelin star standard already. Chef Aiden.
这个
包叫错名
我不够大。
Chef Ivan.
Yes.
If you are going to give me a score for my asparagus, 1 to 10.
对啦，6
Oh,
not 0 6.
I'm not a chef, so job is okay one lah.
Okay, so you want
yeah.
it when it's hot, right?
So I'm
You
done with
season
this.
it.
season
Okay.
It's either you can season this with salt or with soy sauce.
you guess this one or soy sauce he asked you to guess
No, this one.
sure
Sure. I am not sure.
Your problem,
Chef Ivan, what do you
Cannot.
suggest? What is your...
Hello,
What?
no.
I asked nicely lah. I always teach my chef.
Never ask one, never
Chef
ask one.
Ivan, what do you suggest to marinate this with salt or with the jiuting? Would taste the best, would bring out the best flavor in my meat.
Butter and salt.
Oh, okay. Then must I do the style like that?
But her butter so much already.
I pity your poor husband later.
咸死你
咸死你啊！
一般问我都没有动静的 color 没有换，没有什么。
哦，因为
Can I use this butter here?
So the whole
no,
idea is
maybe
that
I
you need to
use
press down.
Oh,
Then you can burn.
Wait,
Right, just now your fire also was too low. Just now was 300 only. Okay, so if you keep it down like that,
Okay, long already lah. Chef Ivan.
My fire not
Cannot.
on.
Hello, your fire, this is a cook off.
Okay, so if you see
Fire, no, then we have to do it.
if you see smoke like that, that means it's burning already.
Oh.
There you go.
鲜啊 not Michelin, Michelle style, see.
Okay.
See.
It's okay, my asparagus is good.
Okay, so this is the kind of style this is the kind of look you want. Okay, yeah, see it's quite crispy on one
Yeah,
side.
so I think the asparagus need to even it out. I was a little bit too nervous. Never really cooked much asparagus before.
Okay,
But I think I still did not bad.
Okay, so we can off this already. You can take out your asparagus to one side.
Yes, Mr. Hui, you got to eat. Eat what she cooked later, okay?
Okay. So you can put it on your stuff on the side already. With the
I can get-
chopping book on that.
Okay, so can I put this like anywhere?
Yeah, anyway.
And then where's my chopping board? Over there.
Yeah, so now is the time of truth.
The time of truth.
Yes, we'll see whether
Okay, come hang on. Okay. Is there a particular reason for this knife to chop up things?
No. It's the same stuff for us.
Okay.
You want to
Alright.
use the other knife, you can actually.
Okay. I think I will use this knife because this knife looks sharper.
Okay. So now is the plating part, the plating portion. Oh, Diana, you think
Of course.
Actually, next time you butter first, then salt.
Oh really? Is there a difference?
Yes. So what happens is now you put the salt
I
first.
put the salt first.
Right, so it's now localized, and you put the butter over it. It's only sticks on the layer. Only on the point. So if you put the butter over the asparagus,
Your tongue.
so you want to join, combine.
You want to help me, yeah.
No, you combine.
Okay, we'll listen. So we need to add the butter first, and then we
Then
will
you put the salt. So
over
when the
it.
butter melts and it covers the rest,
Yeah.
everything will be salted.
Okay.
On the asparagus. What
She
you-
just
what you
put it
aim?
beside the asparagus.
Wait, ma, must only
你的
go over.
aiming 有问题。
对咯。
I think it's too much butter, but it's okay. So
No, butter.
alright.
There's no such thing as too much butter. Right? It's okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can have butter slice, cannot ah?
So are we gonna plate?
Yeah, I think
You can start with the beef. You want to slice up your beef to show everybody how well your plate. Your
Must
beef is
slice
done.
up first Where got people slice up one? In restaurant, got
Yo.
slice up Okay.
All the fine dining, all slice it for you.
Okay. My husband is actually very nervous right now, I know. He is like,
抖动啊
after 这么多年的煮 beef, have you not learned anything? And actually he also tell me that there's a way to cut beef, which I don't remember right now.
Yes.
So, any tips?
Well, they are against the grain or with the grain.
What grain? Where's the grain?
You try lah. You try a lot lah.
Okay, wait got 毛 here.
Yeah. 这里是一个头发白的啊。
Oh, I think my meat is
Raw.
Where got raw?
This
你
is
看
called blue.
blue 你的头啦 chef.
What is blue, what is blue?
Lah.
I think this is just good. Just good.
Should check out
So
mine.
this is a very good example of what we call a Japanese tata.
No lah, you see, 没有. You see, it is absolutely beautiful. Beautiful. Trust me. 你吃了 you will understand.
Okay.
Then my consider why the colour different ah?
Yours is called overcooked.
No, yours is fattier.
Fatty lah, different not.
Hey, Chef Ivan, how come I feel that you like a bit biased, huh?
没有啦。
I am the guest leh.
No leh, it's the real fat leh. Later we
Both
start
of you, my guests in the restaurant.
But the colour very different eh. You see yours?
Hey, why you poke my meat? Hello, you cannot poke my meat ah.
This is a case of
Foul!
basic.
No, you are wrong.
Not black one.
You are wrong.
Really, mine is like chicken chop and pork chop. Is it?
This one is very well done.
Mine are really ah.
Really well done.
Chef, no, it's really good. It's good.
Yeah.
Eh, no leh, here no well done.
This is medium well.
Yeah, 听到没有 medium well 哎。
你的不是 medium well 你的是 totally 煮熟 already.
No, you see, I'm gonna show also.
Okay.
You see.
Don't forget you have all the other
Condiments.
condiments and stuff.
Wait. Hey, you don't copy ah. You don't copy ah. Hey, can someone please put something here? She cannot copy my dish ah. After follow my plating. I
Mine
put
really
here, I put
like
here.
chicken chop eh, chop.
Now getting very competitive already.
Eh, mine like chicken chop eh, how ah? Okay, never mind. Wait ah. I'm trying to taste eh. It's like. Okay, let me think. How should I do it?
Quiet. 你为什么偷看我的？
Like the
哎，你不要这样啦！
跌打
哎，
师傅
看上来了。
跌打师傅 one. No, my one must be. My one no need so one. My one is restaurant style one.
Up to you lor.
So if you notice that the beef, when you're cutting, right, if you notice the beef, it doesn't have a puddle of juices there,
That's right.
right? So most of the time when you have a puddle of juice, that means it's done wrong. That means you have not rested your beef. Okay, so whatever is cut, when you're cutting the slicing the beef, all the juices that are supposed to be in your mouth and on the plate is all linked out. So you're actually basically eating dry beef. So if you let it rest, you will keep all these juices
Let
within
it
the beef
rest
itself. After you cook.
after I cook.
So usually what we do when we talk about resting is the resting about 5-10 minutes. For thinner cuts, for thicker cuts like this, you can do about 10 to 15. So as long as it's just slightly warm, it's pretty okay. You're making very traditional.
Hey, don't see ah. Wait ah.
This one 有什么好吃
I
的？
haven't finished. I'm thinking
Thinking, huh?
before I.
You want Caesar? I can use Caesar.
Yeah.
Caesar.
Because I don't eat this one lah, so. This is a bit first. This is a bit. And really not bad. Balik. Before I make first.
Okay, so you are not putting you're putting pistachio, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Pistachios here. So this is the crushed pistachios. I think it will give it a very nice twist in the palate.
这是什么？ This one quite cute, right?
这样啦。
还有 asparagus 这个。
还有，我跟他讲，他不懂，他忘记了。
Oh, this cherry tomato can I eat? I want try.
Yeah, go ahead, you can eat.
Eh, the plating ah, not the traditional kind one.
你不要一直偷看我的
This
，OK？
must be the Japan.
我的 our era is completely different. So
I need to cut up the asparagus actually. I want to
Oh, you want to cut asparagus?
Can I?
Okay. So now the basic segment is quite obvious,
For what? Eh, you don't go for the style one, you know. It's how the whole presentation look like ma.
Okay.
对不？
丢 very 丢。
no 原罪是吗？
可以用手的啦，可以用手的。
feel. Total feel 差。How they usually do the patterning one? Walao.
你画什么？我
I want to draw something ma. Can one.
You guys should do a close up of this, guys. It's very funny.
we are very
吓死人。
serious, you know. Plating is all about.
它有 hard 的嘞，哇，OK 啦，not bad 啦，not bad，not bad。
Aiyo, those are normal hawker center style.
Coriander, beef steak.
You haven't seasoned your.
Season what? Season already what?
You tasted the beef already ah?
Can.
Can ah?
You
Can,
sure?
because yes, I did. Because just now 我偷吃了。
Okay.
You sure?
Oh, you want pepper? I give you pepper.
Yeah, a bit of pepper would be good. 用手啊？
Diana 的有点那个什么，有一点I can see Japanese influence 啊。
Yeah, pepper I also want her. Don't eat for her.
No lah, yeah.
I saw that. My heart.
Of course not bad. Look at how juicy my beef is. Oh, this is finger licking good.
No, you put down there, you can
Hey, I haven't really. Respect.
Respect.
But no, Chef Ivan also must eat. 一起来吃。You must.
我刚才已经吃饱了。
No, oh come on, no. You are the judge, right? So 你
给我吃一点 asparagus。
你来 try 先这个，你 try 一遍啊。
等 Diana，等
拍
Diana。
照放前面 everybody see first.
拍照。
Hey, respect 等我咯。
拍照放边，OK 来。
I wait for you, you know.
Let's put this
Okay,
away.
we
Let
do
me
a close up with
garnish
the
up
camera.
a bit of the 地方。How many tomato you have? Okay, like that.
A bit salah, right? Wait, never mind.
Hey, we only judge what's on the plate lah.
Must have
my
ambience
heart.
ma.
Ambience ah. So you want to do the close up? Oh.
I am very happy with my beef.
Wait, my one got thin one.
This one legit ah. Not bad ah.
It is good. Tell me cook some more.
I also don't know what I'm doing now, but anyway. Very good. Quiet.
Okay, I shall answer any questions that they have for your plating, okay?
这个很 abstract. Diana 很 abstract 我 I'm still struggling to understand
This is
it.
a youngster thing, right?
Youngster thing.
Oh, someone said Chiat, but the restaurant is not open today.
Oh,
So you cannot come. Today is purely for our life.
Yeah, I want to give her a baby. Okay.
Okay.
雜菜飯
Hey, but
雜菜飯
for actual cooking shows, right?
Yes.
If the plating cannot, right? I say Diana looks very focused in her food. She's very focused in
Mine got
plating the
thin
food.
one is lovers.
Experience.
These two lovers sitting on the bench. Then
I
the
see,
love
I
at the
see.
heart, the shoot, the heart is lot.
Then what? This one is what? What is that? The 雜炒在他們上面
This is a sea of meat.
Oh, the sea of
Wow.
meat.
Yeah. And then you no thin one.
Okay.
What is this?
So we're gonna do overall shoot, right? A general shot and see. Let the guys decide. So this one, of course, is Audrey's. Okay. And this is Diana's.
Also good, also good, also good.
Yeah,
Actually, for camera quite nice 啊，很上镜头啦。
很上镜头，只是有點亂而已啦。
不會啦。
Okay, I want to taste.
I think
before
Ivan,
we
you
get
should
special
taste
guest.
and give your feedback, whether good or bad.
Okay,
Let us know.
So I'm gonna do it in front of camera.
Okay.
Okay, if you're gonna look at so if you're gonna look at doneness. Okay, so originally we're talking about we want to do a medium rare.
Yeah.
Okay. So the interesting part is this part is actually considered rare.
Okay. So I should have cooked a little bit longer.
Yeah. So what you have done actually, you're quite lucky or I don't know, smart or whatever lah, heng heng ah.
Smart.
You put all the beef on top of all this slightly undercooked portions.
Yeah.
So the residual heat actually start to cook this
Hey,
part.
Xiao,
a
want to
little
hide
more.
the not cooked one, right?
No,
Okay.
I use a lot of intelligence in this
Okay,
plating.
this part here,
Yes.
fully cooked.
Okay.
Okay, so how we know is that this part is you can see the different fibers,
Yeah.
but this part you can see is slightly slimy,
Yes.
right? So this is rare.
Okay.
This is medium rare.
Medium rare. Okay.
Okay, and then this part of course is nearer
Yeah.
to the edge. Yeah, this part is almost medium rare,
Okay.
but still quite okay.
Mhm.
Okay, So I'm gonna try this.
Yeah.
Of course,
So when I was cooking it, I actually was trying to do the New York style, and of course, I was actually trying to, on a serious note, I was trying to sear one side so that it's a bit chao ta. I was trying to achieve that. I don't know if I could, but that was on my mind.
Right.
So I wanted so that when you eat, right, it has a little bit of that chao ta taste.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yes.
comments.
Yes, please.
Rating is nice.
Okay.
Very traditional.
Traditional,
1990s Swensen style, home country cooking.
70s baby ma. 70s baby is
No
East
problem, no
Swensen
problem.
one.
Still,
Yes.
beautiful, visually pleasing.
Okay.
Beef is under seasoned,
Under season.
Under
So
season.
not salty enough.
not salty enough. So we're not talking about salty enough to the point where you just taste salt. Salt is necessary in a recipe because salt actually brings out sweetness. Especially, yeah?
Over already eh. Hello.
Forget
Aiyo.
everything one.
Walao, you must disregard her black pepper.
No problem. I never taste the black pepper on your videos.
Okay,
Okay.
okay. So alright.
Okay. The asparagus is nice.
Oh, I want to try my
The
asparagus.
asparagus with butter can never go wrong.
How many times
I think it can be cooked slightly better if you don't keep flipping it around just now.
Actually, the asparagus is not bad.
It's not bad. Okay. So if you actually did your butter correctly, it's got this little bit of the greasy taste. The butter was burnt.
Right.
Okay, so that is a part
So
that
I put too much butter actually,
No,
right?
you put too much. But no, it's the pan was a little bit too hot for the butter.
I see. Okay, so I should actually.
Yeah.
!aiya! must discount me. 这就不是我的 gas stove, you know, not my gas stove ah. If it's my gas stove, it will be perfect.
Okay, but if you were to serve this dish at home, I think a lot of people will be quite impressed.
Yeah. Okay. Yay.
Okay, let's come to Diana's.
My.
Okay, let's move aside all the distractions, yeah?
Distraction. He
Okay.
said distraction.
So you can see just now when you were cutting it, right, the color was actually a little bit, what you call the sirapa color.
Sirapa like a
The
big
very
person.
grayish, very brown. But when you rest it while we are talking, the color is coming back. Okay, this is why resting is actually
死
very
而
important.
复活，
Okay?
死了回来。
So this one is a very good example of what is medium well.
Medium well. This is the correct medium well.
Wait.
Medium
Chef Ivan say today we cook medium rare.
Rare.
You never follow instruction.
So what was this?
Medium
Medium
well.
well.
So a
Ah.
bit too cooked, I
A bit
think.
too
Yeah,
cooked.
right.
So if you actually go to a reputable or respectable steakhouse, right, you might get scolded by the chef.
Really?
Okay, you might
Is
get
it true that the meats are good if it's a bit more undercooked than overcooked?
Yes, you always
If you serve
you
it-
always undercook it better because you can go forward.
Ah,
If you
okay.
overcook it, you cannot go backwards.
Cannot, I want rare. Then I go back and say, hey,
So I
I
would-
say medium rare. 你煮什么？
So I always tell my mom right the same thing. 那个牛已经死了一次了，不用帮它再超度了。No need to cremate.
No
and-
need
and
to
then
die
put it back.
again.
No need. Please
Okay,
respect the.
I know
Yeah.
it's very painful, but please eat.
No, this one is still quite okay. So it's okay.
Hey,
Yeah.
I tasted it. Not bad.
Important is whether it is juicy at this
Hey,
point.
it's not whether you like it or not, it's other people must
是
like
内
it.
涵，内涵。你懂
Later all the girls there, y'all please all must come and eat, okay?
Inner beauty.
Actually, surprisingly, hers
It's
is
good.
quite salty.
原来就是盐，就是盐。
Really?
Okay, so
I like 清淡的食物。
it makes a lot of difference in terms of the olive oil.
Okay.
Cleaner
so,
taste.
Okay.
Okay. The salt content, I think was
Okay, I
just
want to
normal.
try.
So yours, I think was, if let's say assume the salt content was the same, it was overpowered by the butter, by the burnt butter. So it became very greasy.
哇，好咸哦！
You must eat with this, the
Last
near
morning.
corridor.
Eh, yummy, you know. Okay.
Okay.
很咸哎。I think he got salty taste one.
No lah, this is大众口味.
Okay lah.
Okay, so wait, you say that we probably have to eat it together with the coriander.
Yeah, eat with the coriander, then you understand what I'm talking about.
Mm.
So if just now, if let's say you all didn't use salt to season, you use this Japanese suyu, you'll be a smarter choice. So use Audrey's one because hers is a little bit under.
I didn't use.
Okay.
I didn't
Okay, you
use.
all try this.
I think the coriander is very good because the coriander actually have a twist in the taste actually. So the beef actually tastes quite good.
No, you can. I tasted this quite often. I know how it tastes.
Okay lah.
This one right, is the one that he put
Yes.
the.
So this one also you can taste it. Right, you know what I mean?
You got check.
Yeah, this one.
这个
哦，我来。
我给你大片的。你们记不得口味的？Yeah,
Right.
it is yeah. It's
So there's one of
much
the tricks that you
nicer.
can learn at home also. If
But
you
actually,
want
there's a lot of flavors.
A lot.
A lot of flavors in there.
Right?
Right, actually it's quite good. So just now I tried one without the Japanese soy sauce. It is salty with the coriander. I think the taste is good, refreshing, fresh. But once you put that in, actually when you are eating it, it feels like there are a lot more taste to it. So that's the trick. 你的很咸的嘞，你还要加。
这个咸度有带甜的。
好听哎，哎好听，
好吃，好吃，这个好
对啦，对
吃。
啦。So Audrey win 啦，Robot already angry. I also
We need to 这是公平的 ，OK？
I also
All
agree.
the 帅哥美女 must come and eat and try. Then 你们要投票，OK？
啊，我不知道，他
这是个民主的国
Okay,
家。
so again we have to go to
Oh, yes.
traditions. We have to actually go to online for all the people watching. If you want Audrey's plate dish to win, alright, you just put Audrey as many times as you want. We'll count the numbers. If you want Diana's place to win and you think that she should win, Diana. If you think none of them should win, just put Ivan.
Then next show Ivan 自己来了咯，自己来了咯。
跟我比自己比 Okay,
Yeah.
so we're gonna start the count. 5 seconds, right? We did last time was 5 seconds, right?
5 to 10
Five,
seconds.
five counts, okay?
So you can start your comments now, okay, to
Okay.
vote who's the winner.
Yeah.
In the meantime, I'm going to invite our special guest today.
Okay.
I think everybody knows that Mr. Low, please come. please.
You need to taste the beef.
Mr. Low too many. Ivan eh.
Come, Mr. Low.
Okay, you can come on this side, and then maybe you can try.
Yeah.
Hang on,
food poisoning.
Okay, so this is Audrey, the 另外一半, the
Yeah,
husband.
my husband, Lo Hui. So he's very particular with his beef. Wow.
So I hope you are good cook also.
Well, I think he loves his meats lah, I would say.
Waiting all night to eat, try this out really.
Yeah.
Oh,
But I think it's important, the meat quality is important.
I think so also. I think to start out with the meat, like you said, I think the meat has to be good lah, a
Right.
good cut to start off.
So if you have actually got some ingredient, right?
It's actually not
50%
bad.
of the cooking is done. So just now I wanted to share with you all one of the very good tips also. So if you don't have a charcoal pit at home,
Yeah.
you want a bit of the charcoaly taste. Instead of cooking to salting your meats,
Yeah.
use the soy sauce or use soy sauce. So when
Okay.
it burns the sugar in the soy sauce.
Right.
That gives you the thick, smoky caramelization of the flavors.
Oh, okay.
So you think people will actually think that it's actually cooked on charcoal grill.
Right.
I like yours because it's also very crusty.
Yeah, crusty. Yeah.
Thank you
So
so
it's
much.
less crust.
你今晚要睡哪里
还是好吃，还是好吃。
？Where are you gonna sleep tonight?
Let's go and sit in the corner now. Bye.
Okay, Mr. Low. Okay.
But I must say, actually, her Diana's meat, right, has more taste to it. Even though she didn't put the soy sauce, right?
Yes.
I don't know why, but I might have under-seasoned mine, but definitely hers has a little bit more taste in it.
I think it really depends on your approach.
Yeah.
Right,
Or
so-
maybe it's the number of times she flip.
No, actually because how is the olive oil?
Okay.
Cleaner.
So maybe a good idea. Walao, all my friends you all tell me butter.
They only got my name there, don't have influence.
Okay, so anyway,
Yeah.
the whole point is that it really depends on what you want. Okay, so if
Yeah.
you are going for, I mean, there's nothing wrong lah.
Yes.
So if you want a cleaner taste, you want the taste of the beef and all that stuff, the actual taste of the beef, all right. Especially you're using dried aged and all that stuff. You want to use a lot of olive oil by all means.
Right.
Okay, for the people who like gaminess. But if
Yes.
you like something that's a little bit much more harmonious, the way we're talking about here, by all means go for this method.
Yes.
Right, there's nothing wrong, right? There's also another method whereby you start to cook with the butter or the olive oil first. Like for example, add garlic, add rosemary,
okay.
or you want to add coriander whatsoever.
Yes.
Just to flavor the butter, and then you baste it over the beef. That can also be done. Alright, so
Okay.
there are many methods. It's just about again adjusting to your flavors and taste. So shall we go straight to this?
That's only congratulations to Diana.
Funny,
And Ivan.
Why everybody not voting?
Hey, why my one so bad, man? My food so bad, man.
Okay, this round is really very hard for me to decide. Seriously.
Very hard.
Yes. I straight up, really very hard.
See, everybody finish my plate.
I like yours for the taste, for the clean taste, but I don't like it for the plating. I don't understand your plating. Very cheap, huh? I like this for the plating.
No, but because she is creative lah. So that's why the plating is a little bit more different than the usual.
Okay, so I would ask myself if I would have to accept one of these plates from my restaurant. Which one would I serve?
两个都不要serve。
你要讲我的 overdone 吗？
I will close my shop. No more
It's
beef
like,
today.
no more. My chef all cannot make it today. Drumstick.
Can.
Then today the answer is both winners. Okay, well
Hey,
done.
wait you cannot choose two wives. So you must have one. Cannot like that lah.
Wow.
Where got like that one? Last time choose Angela because she politically must choose her. Then now today you don't want to hurt anyone of us. Then you choose two. 我走了，可以了，不要了。
刚刚好时间到了，拜拜。
I think
No, but
equally
seriously.
both is good.
Really,
I
seriously.
cannot.
I think it's different. I really think both
Very
quite different. But taste I actually vote for Diana's taste lah. But her cooking style actually I don't really approve. I never see people cook beef like that. But the taste is definitely the winner. Yeah.
So it's interesting because you look at this, right? It's actually quite cool because you basically have almost the same components,
Yeah.
but the dishes turn out differently.
Yes.
Alright, that is the beautiful part about cooking. So for those people who are out there who have secret recipes and all that, we don't believe in the secrets here because it's exactly what we are demonstrating right now. Different level of cooks or different understandings will basically turn out different things. Right, but I just want to share with you all these things that we're doing here can be settled here.
You don't say earlier.
What do you mean? What is this?
Okay, so
A
basically,
packet of everything.
So what we actually prepared from our restaurant, we have this collaboration with Apatiso.
Okay.
Right, and we're collaborating with Apatiso. We have the coriander base paste already prepared inside, the salt, the pistachio, the black pepper, and the beef, of course, all
Yep.
in there.
And then why I spent 1.5 hours with you just now? You may as well give me this. I just put it for you already.
Then the show will not be 1 hour long.
Really? You mean I can? Everything here is just in this pack?
So even the coriander with the big machine is already in there.
It's all done. So it's all you have is just the paste. It's all done.
So okay, wait. The beef is also inside.
Yes, it's all inside.
Oh, okay. So the beef is inside, the paste is inside, but the garnishes are not
The
inside.
garnishes are up to you.
Oh.
Alright, so
okay.
this is going at $38. So of course you have the pre-order. It'll be delivered to you the next day. Of course.
38块.
Alright, so this one is we're trying to figure out whether there's a group buy thing. Of course, we'll talk with our kind sponsor who's actually sitting behind the camera. Alright, he's nodding his head, so it's a good sign. Good sign. Alright, so we'll see how it goes. Okay, we'll throw it out on our website, so you can actually buy this only exclusively on our website at www.the1925kitchen.com.
Okay.
Alright, so you order,
Right
you'll
there.
get this whole package here like that. The beef is served, sent to you chilled. We will chill it to the point near freezing. Okay, but this is vacuum packed and it's properly blast chilled, it's blast freeze and all that, so it's pretty safe. We not lost and qualities and all that stuff. So yeah, so this will be it, and then there will be cooking instructions as well. Follow that's
Wow.
So how it turned out is really depends on you.
We don't need Audrey, don't need Mr. Loh,
Yes.
don't even need Ivan. I just
Exactly.
need to click online and then buy it, and then everything is to me at the price of $38.90.
$38.
$38
Ayo.
delivered as
Yes,
well, right?
that's right.
Wow.
But Ivan, I have a question. So how would you plate this dish in a restaurant?
So
For your
if I were to
restaurant,
do it, right,
yeah, like is there
Yeah, actually, sure. Okay.
no, because I want to know like how is it done? So at least I have a takeaway, right? That
Ask him use yours. 我的知道很 popular，知道778了这样。but the convenience quite very good leh, really.
yeah,
That's it. Everything is inside, right?
everything is inside.
Okay, so if I were to
Okay,
plate
yes.
this,
Okay, like
Continue here. 这样嘞，I feel 越吃越爽这样。
Okay.
Okay, so what about basically do? Because I want almost like what you are doing here. You want to save everybody's time.
See, my one is chef standard, okay? Chef standard. Chef let two of us win because today he cannot make a decision.
Oh lah.
Because Diana cannot lose 2 times. Because if not, she might not come back.
Okay, I'll just do the same.
Okay.
Almost similar. So I don't want
okay.
people to go and jump. It's already part of it already, right?
Right.
So we want the green. All right.
Okay.
I will reuse from
Yeah,
your
sure.
set.
Mhm.
Okay, so I will find pieces. Like,
So do you plate 300 grams in the restaurant as
Yes.
well? About 300 grams? Because 300 grams seems like a big piece though.
yes, it is.
Yeah.
So for our restaurant, it depends. So for most of our regulars, you'll get about 300 grams for our regulars. But from all the a la carte menus, basically you get about 180 to 200 grams.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, slightly lesser. But we also don't cut to this point, to this so thick lah, because
Oh,
we
it's
want
too thick,
too
is
thick
it?
already.
Ah, okay.
Alright.
Satay man, you can't just.
I want more bar ma, like jiak more bar like that.
You
You know?
like satay from far yours. The cutting skill cannot.
So
Okay.
we want the red to kind of contrast the green.
Okay.
Alright.
And then.
Then you want to, yeah, since you cut already, I
Yeah.
use this one. So we always try to do plating with odd numbers, not even.
Why?
Numbers, wow, this is the one. Hot
Eh,
numbers.
just now I put uli leh.
Okay,
Ah,
odd numbers is always
Okay.
visually more pleasing.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so if let's say for example my plate is very flat,
What couple?
my plate is very
couple?
flat. Yeah, let's see. You can actually do a slight incision at the bottom.
Okay.
Okay,
I did like you never see I got incision eh.
You have?
and
Ah,
yeah,
your one.
she used a.
Scissors.
to cut.
Ah, okay.
Okay, let's do this.
So also that it stands nicely.
Yeah, so that's nicely.
Eh, Audrey, mine got half chef, okay?
Yeah, good lah, good lah. You win already today.
Okay.
He wants to let me win one, but
Okay.
So that the thing won't roll, right?
yeah, okay.
For this asparagus, okay, you can either do. What we actually do is that we break it up into pieces. The most tender, of course, is always the heads,
Mm-hmm.
right? So we want to do a slight. Of course, you use a knife, I'm not a chopping board
Yeah.
right now. Okay, so you want to either do a bite size, or
Okay.
you can do it.
With the whole thing.
We do it a vertical cut.
Ah, okay.
Depends on what you want to do.
Also very challenging.
Okay, so we basically can just do like that.
Okay.
啊，对哦，做没有想到想。
我有想到，可是他 cannot stand on top. Then I put at the
Okay.
side.
So asparagus is I know you want people to jiak cai and all that stuff lah, but it's all about balance. It's all about balance and balance and balance.
Oh.
Okay, so once we have this, we can put a bit of the soy sauce, just to get to a little bit. Your black pepper.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
Okay. Then finally, you want to bring the textures on the top because you want it to the crunch, which is all what you guys all did.
Yeah.
Right. But we want to mix a little bit of variation from some of the big chunks to the powder. Alright. The powder go easy. So we want to have a different color like that. The big
okay.
chunks to get your what you talk about, just now the
Like
textures,
yeah.
the crunch and all that stuff.
Okay. My one like Amazon flowers.
Okay.
I think I put too much of the.
all these things-
like normal
all these
chicken
things
chop
together.
the.
Okay. So you basically have a.
Ah, okay. Come put beside us and see. See how wonderful.
Yeah, about the
Chef
same
is
lah.
clean,
Okay.
neat and tidy.
Okay,
That's
so
how you chef now.
yeah, okay, so it's different lah, it's different. Okay, so depends on the cut. So we will actually clean up the cuts a little bit more. So all these jagged areas, we will cut it up.
Oh, okay.
So we can actually pound it, we can do height. So a lot of people, I mean, for you guys, you're always afraid of the height. So to me, it's like you ladies who want to stand out, so you wear stilettos, you know.
Yes.
Same thing with the dish. You want the dish to stand out, you put a height.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, especially with components like that where it's all. So you want to, when you do the photo shoot, you see the camera, alright, the background, it's always like that. See, you can see that? You can see the camera?
Yes.
The background accentuates the greenness.
Yes.
And if let's say we eat correctly, the redness of the steak also will also stand out. So it will be a very nice red, green, and it's always very consistent.
Ah.
Wow.
Okay.
We learned so
Nice.
much today.
Oh, definitely.
Okay, I think we had great
beef
fun
already.
today. Yeah, we had great fun today, and
Very fun. And thank you to Appetiso
Yes.
for
Yes, shout out
the
again to-
lovely cut of beef.
Yes.
And thanks to Chef Ivan really for teaching
Thank
us
you
what
guys
to do
for not
today.
learning that
So
much.
we're showing on screen now the convenient pack you can buy,
Yeah.
which is $38
$38
per pack.
per pack,
You can get
yeah.
online.
So this one comes with the beef as well as all these condiments. It doesn't come with the asparagus and the cherry or vine. It doesn't. Please so don't expect it to be there. Alright, it's just going to be the beef, the coriander paste, as well as the what's that called? The salt, pepper, and all the other small little condiments that
Right.
you require to cook your beef.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's
And also
awesome.
wanted to thank you everybody for sharing the live today and the likes and everybody, all the sisters and good friends watching the live as well. And what else do we have? Nothing
Well, if
else
you have
right
any
now.
other questions you want to post onto the questions, we'll try to answer them once we end this session. And when is the next session again?
1 month later, so every
month
month
later,
we will
yeah.
do one episode, so you can guess, you will be able to guess the mystery cook shortly, probably about 2 weeks after we sort out who is going to be the next noisy one, okay?
So if you guys have any ideas of what to cook, or what you want to see being cooked, alright, you have any questions or you want to
I
see
think we should cook
lobster,
duck.
stingray,
Duck.
duck,
Cook, yeah. Because I think it's a big challenge to cook duck. So next guess,
Not really,
yeah.
Yeah, because it's not Christmas actually.
Yeah, Christmas.
Christmas is turkey. Where got yeah?
And along
What
the
eat
line,
loba for Christmas ah?
yeah, but anyway, next episode will be near Christmas, so we'll think of something, okay?
Yeah.
And then, yes, so I just want to thank everybody for staying tuned today. And then, thank you, Ivan.
Thank you,
Thank
guys.
you, the team at 125. Thank you, sponsor. And thank you, Audrey.
Yay!
Okay,
My pleasure, my pleasure. It was
Yeah.
so fun today.
If you didn't see, it's actually she's sweating all over.
Yeah, because very 热 lah. You know, so many lights.
Please follow our IG and yes, Audrey information is below as well. And thank you, Mr. Lo, for coming. Thank you, everybody. We had really a fun time. So we see you guys at the next episode of Cook Off Challenge. Good night. Bye-bye.
Bye.